So something huge happened in 2025. I would say a monumental shift in the demand for rare earths and technology metals. 2025, I think, will be remembered as a year where there was a generational shift in demand. Um, First of all, what I'll cover is, the well, basically what happened is the demand for rare earths went from being purely supply and demand driven, which they've always been, to geopolitical, what we call in resource nationalism. And I don't think everybody quite yet, is aware or maybe grasps um, how monumental this shift is and how long it will take for supply to catch up with this shift in demand. And this is where investors can profit. So the normal kind of four demand drivers, if you will, were always rising demand. I mean, so technology metals, obviously, we're just past, the holiday season. How many new iPhones were bought, during the Christmas period, or new businesses starting, technology metals, aerospace, is our space exploration is going from a space to a fully fledged space industry. So there's just that normal rising demand because technology metals and rare earths are the backbone of manufacturing in the 21st century. Then, of course, we have growing demand, the second one, which would be, next generation solar, AI, which obviously, is run on data, but it's powered by rare earths for the magnets and the sensors and the cooling systems, robotics. That's the second one. Third would be population growth, millions and millions of people coming into the second class, into the middle class, I should say. And then, of course, we've developing nations in terms of industry, nations that are becoming more industrialized, and even nations that are finding they have deposits of rare earths, and they're getting into processing and refining and moving up the supply chain. But the big development was the geopolitical development. And that is we've moved into a period what we're calling resource nationalism. One good example of that would be Project Vault, which President Trump announced quite recently, which is a national stockpile. So it's not just the US. Europe deems rare earths as important, if not more important than oil and gas. When President Trump went on his last visit to Asia recently, he stopped off in Cambodia, um, Thailand, one other country, as well as South Korea, Japan, and in each country there was either MOUs or more or further documents signed, and it was all about rare earths. And then the final stop was in China to negotiate a deal to please, stop restricting them because Ford Motor Company had already shut down the line because of production. Anyway, the point I'm making is that we've entered a period of resource nationalism, and these specific niche metals, the rare earths that we offer, they cannot be stockpiled. There's barely enough to go around. There are some metals out there, base metals, that can. So what we're going to see in our market particularly is there has to be new raw material coming into the supply chain, and that's not possible overnight. That will take 10 to 15 years, and that's how our private investors who currently own rare earths, and who for the next 5 years who buy rare earths, can profit from owning them. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you.